கேக்குதா நான் பேசுறது?
Yes.
Yeah, we can start. Yeah. Hello, Mamta, we can start.
Okay. Good afternoon to everyone present here. I am Mamta J, member of IEI Club, here to welcome you all on behalf of the Departments of Computer Science and Engineering and Artificial Intelligence and Data Science, Funimala Institute of Technology. It gives me immense pleasure in welcoming you all to the 2-week hands-on workshop on Python. I would like to start the event by thanking our secretary and correspondent, Dr. P. Chinnadurai, MA PhD, for his continuous support and encouragement. I welcome our directors, Mrs. C. Vijaya Rajeshwari, Mr. C. Shakti Kumar, and Mrs. Saranya Shakti Kumar to this event. I extend my sincere thanks to our principal, Dr. T. Jayanti, ME PhD, for giving us this opportunity in organizing this event. I welcome and thank our beloved HODs, Dr. V. Subeda, Dr. T. Kalachalvi, for guiding us in organizing this event. Thank you, ma'am. I would like to welcome our speaker for today's event, Dr. R. Girija. She is the Assistant Professor in the Department of Computer Science and Engineering in VIT University, Chennai, India. We welcome you, ma'am. I would also like to welcome our staff coordinators, Mrs. Dhanalakshmi, Mrs. A. Babisha, and Mrs. S. Ani Cheryl, and the student coordinators who have strived hard for the success of this webinar. And finally, I welcome all the participants to this online webinar. Once again, I extend a warm welcome. Thank you. Now, I would like to hand over to our speaker, Dr. R. Girija.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much. Good afternoon, professors, and good afternoon, participants. I take this an immense opportunity to present the topic in the data visualization using Python. Let me share my screen. Ma'am, is the screen visible? Ma'am, is it visible?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Good afternoon, professors. So as already ma'am said about me, just I'll say about my name and where I'm from. So I'm Dr. Girija, working as an assistant professor in Vellore Institute of Technology, Chennai campus, Chennai. So totally I have 12 plus years of teaching experience, both in India and in abroad. The topic which I'm going to present for this session, hands-on session, data visualization using Python. Than making this session as a theoretical, I just want as hands-on session. So let me give some introductory topics. Okay, over there, from there I'll be switching to the hands-on session. So first, this is the outline which I plan to give for this session. So first, data visualization. Now next is Python role in the, what's the role of the Python in the visualization? Next, plotting libraries. Next is the plotting libraries. So here there are so much of plotting libraries: Matplotlib, Pandas, Cbond, ggplot, and Plotly. So mainly I am going to focus on the Matplotlib. Before starting with all the libraries, everything means first let us start about the data visualization. No definitions, nothing. First, I'll start with an example. So in the last week only we had completed the local body election. So everybody knows that. So over there by 11 o'clock, if you have checked the news, okay, you would have got the means the news would have been highlighted. 30% of the voting done. 30% of the voting done. After means after 2 o'clock, 55% of the voting done. By evening 5 o'clock, 73% of the voting done. When the voting completes, so they'll be declaring 73% of the voting done in so and so area. So now, as a human, means as a user, I can able to imagine Morning it was 30%, afternoon 50%, evening it was 73%. That means I can able to visualize myself. That means morning, the area morning, so 30%. That means number of voters, number of who registered the votes, number of human beings, number of who registered the votes divided by the total population of the particular area. So that is 30%. So still 70% is left out. So I can able to visualize that. And at means last 5 o'clock, 7 means they have declared that 73% of the voting done in so and so area. So that time I can visualize by myself, means still 30% of the population, means 30% of the area's population not gone for the voting. So this visualization, how can I able to, means how can, since I have a data, I can able to visualize it. Or otherwise, if I'm not getting any news, so that time it is very difficult. So to analyze it, how many percentage done, how many percentage not done, it's very difficult to analyze it. This is the first case. Okay, so this is the first case, first example. Second example, let me talk about the second example. So 73% of the voting done. Out of 73, if I want to separate as an age criteria, so starting age will be 18. So 18 is the minimum age criteria for the voting. 18 to 20, how much percentage? 22 to 30, how much percentage? 30 to 50, 30 to age of 30 to 50, so how much percentage? 60 to 70, how much percentage? So if I'm separating the percentage of the voting according to the age criteria, if it is means, for example, 80 to 98, it will be very less. Okay, whereas 20 to 70 means 20 to 60, it will be very more voters would have been there. So I can be able to analyze which age group is not focusing for the voting. So next analysis, and one more analysis also I can able to do depending upon the gender category. Okay, so who is more focused for the voting, either male or female, who more focused? So depending upon this, for example, I have taken a single voting system. In that itself, if I want to imagine, if I want to make it as a more visualized, so we need the data. According to the data, we can make it as a more data visualized operations. Okay, so let me say data visualization is nothing but the trying to understand the data by making into the patterns whatever you are liking and checking the correlations, everything. So that is called as a data visualization. Next. So what's the role of Python and the data visualization? So data visualization done, role of Python. The Python gives the insight operations on the data distributions and the feature interactions. It makes a very, very exploratory analysis for the visualization. So much of packages are there, so much of commands, functions are there to make the data so visualizedly, make it more understandably. And if you want, you can do whatever with the data, and whatever you want, you can able to filter it out. So that is a very important in the Python with respect to the data visualization. Yeah. So now what are the libraries? Means what are the libraries available in the Python for plotting? Okay, so number one, the one is the matplot library. Okay, this is the matplot. This is called as a library. It is a low level and it is the providing a lots and lots of freedom in plotting systems. Okay, next is pandas. It is very easy to use the interface and it is built on the matplot lab. Next is the Seaborn high level interface. Next, ggplot, it is mainly used for the graphic system, and plotly is used for the interactive plots. So here today in this session, I'll be focusing on matplot, number 2 pandas, and number 3 Seaborn. Mostly I'll be using only the matplot. So whenever it is needed, I'll be using the pandas and Seaborn. So now, so as everybody knows that the installation, you can straightly for Python, you can straightly go to the easy installation. I'm talking about the easy installation. Anaconda, if you you can use it. Okay, so whatever I have done, okay, it's very easy. Okay, easiest process. Next is spider. Okay, why I am preferring the spider? The screen itself makes you very lively and very comfortable environment. If you're working, you can feel that. Okay, very than Jupiter, okay, because I have worked in the spider and also Jupiter. So than Jupiter, lively you can check the output and very comfortably you can, means you feel very comfortable in working in the spider. So always, if you're, means when you are, if you're starting from the scratch, better to start from the anaconda. Don't make it as more complicated, means when any easily available things are there for you, so no need to make it for the more complicated. So start with the anaconda and go for the installation of the spider then. So this is the installation done. Now how to install, means how to import this package. How to import this package? So here the package which you want to import is matplotlib. Matplotlib, okay, as MPL. So this is the referring the object. Okay, so this only we'll be using as a graphical module. So here one another is import matplotlib.pyplot. Pyplot is the graphical module in the matplotlib, which is used for the data visualization, the object which we are going to refer as a PLT. So for example, I can say that is a name, like a nickname you can say. If I want to make it as a graph, plot, x-axis, PLT, y-axis, I'm going to call this. Okay, using this name, I'm going to call the graph, whatever I'm going to draw it. So this everything I'll say it in the hands-on session. Now, while I'm drawing the visualization, what are the chart elements are needed for me? Okay, what are the chart elements are needed? So first is figure are needed, figure size is needed. So figure means the which you are going to, the area which you are going to draw for the plot, and figure size. So figure size is the size. How much do you need for drawing your graph? Okay, so initiate the plot area. Plot area is nothing but the figure and figure size. The title are needed, X label, Y label, X limit, Y limit, and finally show, that is displaying the plot. So these are the chart elements are needed. One sample example. This is a one sample example. Anyhow, we'll be doing it in the spider also, just for understanding purpose. Okay. So the package which I said you have to use, that is nothing but the package is import. Import is for importing the package which is already available. You are going to import in the spider matplotlib. Okay, library dot pyplot. Okay, graphical module, and the plot is the object, means like a pet name. And this I'll say, okay, when I'm using the Seaborn, I'll say this. Leave this. Just remember this. Okay, now the figure, I'm going to create an area, and the size of the figure I'm going to set for a 5 cross 5. Okay, 5 cross 5, I'm going to set it. Now, after that, the plot, whatever is mentioned here, it is nothing but the name which I'm going to call here. Already I've used, right? So that I'm going to call here. So plot.x label means x label is the command keeping your x-axis label name, what you are going to keep. Y label is a function, X limit is a function, Y limit, and title and show. So these are the basic chart elements if you are using the matplotlib. If I want to add the colors, markers, grids, so what are the things I can use it? PLT is nothing but the object which it is referred. Now, in this, the plot, whatever you have drawn, okay, I want to print, I want in the plot x-axis, y-axis, and the color equals to red color. Line style, I'm preferring this. Line width 2, I'm preferring. And if I want to make the add the markers, XY marker means asterisk, and marker size is 3, and the color I'm going to give as a G. Now, this we will see in the spider. Okay, now if I want to make the multiple plots in one figure. So now, why do I need multiple plots in one figure? For example, one retailer is there. Okay, he's having a 2 shops. He want to check the profit of both the shops. Okay, how much profit he got it for the particular month. He wants to check for both the shops. Comparison. So in such case, both the plots must be done in a single figure in order to go for the comparison. So always when you are having the comparison, you are supposed to prefer the multiple plots in the same figure. So that is also possible in the Python. Different types of the plots. First is bar graph. Everybody knows how the structure will be bar graph. Okay, you can draw in the horizontal direction and in the vertical direction. Okay, the command which the function which you are going to use, that is nothing but the plt.bar. So this is the object. Plt.bar stands for the bar chart. I need one set for the x coordinate, another set for the y coordinates. Apart from this, customizing the bar chart, what are the things we can do? We can include the width, color, edge color, line width, tick label, align, bottom, everything we can do in the bar graph. Next, pie chart. So I think everybody knows the structure of the pie chart. It needs a series to display. Okay, the percentage of the contribution, the pie, whatever you are having. So it will be like a, okay, whatever contribution do you need for this pie? It is called as a widget or wedge. The function is PLT. PLT is the object. Dot pie represents a pie chart. This is a scatter plot. So scatter plot is, it is used to visualize the relationship between the two columns of the data, two series of the data. Okay, so one is needed, one variable in the x position, another variable in the y position. Okay, so without connecting, you can, without connections, you can able to choose the collection of the data points. The command, the function is plt.scatter. Next, histogram. So histogram, it always estimates the probability distribution function of the continuous data, plt. Data set, you can download it. Means here I have used the iris data set. So you can download it from this URL. Okay, now I'm stopping this screen. The spider window is visible. Ma'am, is the spider window is visible? Okay, no
Yes,
issues.
ma'am.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much. So this is the after installation of the Anaconda spider. So this is the spider window. Okay, so number one, first, let me start with the, so this is the console window and this is the area where you can do the programs and checking the, normally it goes for the documentation. Here I'm using this for the plotting. Okay, so for making the plotting on, you have to go to the view. Okay, so here you will be having the pans, view pans. Here you will be having the option called as a plots. Before starting the visualization, you have to make this enable. Until unless if you are not making this enable, you can't able to do the plottings here. So make this enable first. If you are making enabled, after enabling this, automatically you will be getting here as a plots. Okay. Now let me start with the sample program. Okay, very simple and sample program. Then we'll move to the data set everything. So now I'm importing matplotlib dot pyplot. So here package I have imported pyplot, the graphical means user interface graphical interface, and the name I have kept as a PLT. This is the symbol for using a run command. So here it got ran. Now one another is needed. So just I'm importing now itself. Import cbond. As I said, I'll be saying what is this. Import cbond as SNP SNSPLT. Okay, now, so let me start the program, sample program. So here, this is the sample program for all the charting elements. Okay, so first, PLT dot. PLT is nothing but the one which I have used here. PLT dot figure. I'm going to draw the figure, and size, what I'm going to set, that is fixed size equals to 5. I'm going to check it. Okay, here the size is fixed now. Okay, the size is fixed here. Okay, next. One second. Now plt dot x label you can check it here. So here the graph is visible, the plot is visible. The area here I didn't give anything. This is the area fixed and the size of this is 5 cross 5. X labeling done, and you can check the x-axis label here. Similarly, I'm going to for the y-axis also. Y labeling. You can check x-axis label and y-axis label. Now, limit I'm going to check. plt dot x limit. X limit I'm going to set from, already it is 0 to 1. Let me start with the 0 to 5. You can check here 0 to 5. Previously it was 0 to 1. Now again I'm going to change it for y limit also 0 to 5. So here what's happening? 0 is the starting value, means starting of the coordinates, and 5 is the ending coordinate. Okay, x limit means x values starts from 0 and ends with 5. Similarly, y axis starts from 0 and ends with the 5. Now, if I want to give the name for this title, okay, plt title. Done. So sample chart title done. Now this is the finally actually shown. If I want to display it, so you have to give like this plot dot show. That's it. So this is a sample program which you should know. First you have to allocate the size, and after that name the x-axis label, y-axis label, and set the limits for x-axis and y-axis. Give the show, display the command. This is the sample program. Now I'm going to create a simple plot. So this is the chart elements. Okay, now I'm going to create a simple portion. So I'm deleting this. I don't want to confuse it, and by typing it, type it. So I'm deleting it now. So now I'm going to create a simple plot. So for this, I'm going to use one another package, import numpy package. So because it deals with the numbers, so it will be useful for drawing the plots, because I'll be going with the sine, cos, everything, so that it will be easy. So first, x equal to, this is the, as I mentioned, this is the npy is the object which is referring the numpy. So numpy dot line space y equals to x asterisk np dot is 100, 150, 100. Okay, so what I have done, I have taken a two variables x and y, and not two variables, two axes. The value starts from here. Still now it is not displayed. Just a second, because I didn't show. The value starts from 0. This is a 50 is the ending. And after that intervals is 100. Similarly, y series, y axis, I'm going to set whatever x value I'm getting, you just multiply with the values. So that display the y axis. So now I'm going to create the basic plot. PLT is the plot which is referring here. Okay, PLT dot plot. This is the plot which we are going to display. So for which are the axes we are going to display? X-axis, comma, Y-axis. You can check it here. Keep on, it will be moving because whatever the variables we are getting means whatever it is stored on the x-axis, it's getting multiplied and it is displaying on the y-axis. So naming everything, you know how to give the namings. So naming, if I want to give, I have to, because it is printing here, naming, how can I give the namings? PLT dot X label values, X values. Similarly, it represents the Y label, Y values, naming, plot dot title, sample. You can check it here. Now, if I want to make this as a grid, if I want to show it as a grid, PLT dot grid, and here true command. So true here, what happens? Caps letter, because it is a case sensitive, so you have to use a capital letter. You can check the grid options. If you want, you can use the grid options. So now I want to change, means these are the, if I want to make this as a customized one, I'm deleting this. If I want to make this as a customized plot, so that means if I want to make the colors, everything. So in such case, what can I do? So already I have displayed the x-axis and y-axis color. I'm going to check with the colors. Color equals to red color I'm preferring. R stands for the red color, C stands for the color. Then after that, line style. Line to, I don't want as a, means continuous lines, line separated, and line width, I'm going to make it as a 2. Now same plot, see the difference? You can check it. The color is a red color, and I didn't make it as a continuous lines, and the line width is 2 color. Means line width is 2. Now, if I want to make the markers, if I want to make as a markers, use the markers, everything. I'm deleting and I'll make the changes here itself, this line itself. Markers. Marker equals to asterisk. The size of the marker. Marker size equals to 3. The color equals to green. Check the result. It's okay. Marker size here, come on. Check the, you can able to check the color size here. It will be, I'll show you. I think this is the maximum. Yeah. You can check the color here. I made this also a little bit bigger so that, yeah. Now, so if I want to make a multiple plots in a same figure, okay, I'm deleting this, multiple plots in the same figure. Now, this multiple plots I'm going to check with the sine and cos functions. So for example, x equals to numpy package, which is dealing with the numbers, NP range, I'm going to give with the 0, 1500, comma 100. So range I have given this, and after that PLT dot plot. PLT is the plot, this one. Okay, PLT plot. Now numpy package with respect to sine of x. Sine of x, the values with respect to the NP, it will be with respect to the sine values, comma, label I'm going to choose, mean label I'm going to choose, that is sine function I'm going to do it for cost function of x. Okay. Now after that, I'll make it as a legend. Naming I have given, labeling I have given, legend. Legend means which graph is which one. So make the differentiate. So plot dot plt dot legend. Make the location as upper right. I'll say it means here. You can check. So here the x value I have taken, and for all the x values, sine function done. Labeling, what labeling I have given? Sine function of the x, and cosine of x is the cos function of the x. So labeling means labeling done. Legend located on the upper right. Located on the upper right. I'm saying that located on the upper right. Now, so let us start with the bar graph. This is the multiple graph. So similarly, if you want, you can do for all the values, everything, making the multiple in a single plots. Now, let me go with the bar graph. Let us start with the bar graph. So simple example I'm taking. Subject, I'm allocating the subject, maths, science, computer science. So totally it should be 5: maths, science, social, computer science, and marks. Student is 67, 78, 89, 90. Now I'm going to display the bar chart. The function I said, plt dot bar. For which are the two things we are going to draw? For subjects and graph. For subject, marks. It is here, it's and marks here. You can check it here. Maths, science, social, computer science, biology. Okay. And here marks 56, 67, 78, 89, 90. So this is the bar chart. Now, if I want to make the customized operation, means by increasing the color, everything, width, making more attractive. So in such cases, what I can do? X-axis, Y-axis done. Okay, now subjects drawn with respect to the means marks. Now I'm going to include other things. Let me introduce the color. I'm making as a green color. Then width. Width I'm making 0.5. Bottom equals to 10, comma, align equals to center, comma, edge color. You can make it as the color of the edges equals to red, width equals to 2, tick label. So for which you are going to make the tick label, that is equals to that. So you can check it here. Subject color, the color of the bar is green color, width is 0.5, width is 0.5, bottom line means bottom is 10, and alignment is the center, edge color, make it as a red, again line width 2, tick is for subjects. So this is the customizing the bar chart. So previously this was the bar chart, and for same this was the bar chart after customizing. So now next I'm just next pie plot. This plot is pie plot. So pie plot, sample example I have taken tickets. 10, 20, 8, 35, 30. So these are for the tickets. So what are the agents used for this? So agents, I'm saying agents are first Raj, comma, Ramesh, next Krishna, Sanmati, next Ram. So these are the agents used for the tickets. Now I want to create a pie chart. So you know that how much the value will be. Okay. Now PLT dot pie. So the first variable is tickets, comma, agents. Second. Yeah, labels should be agent. Labels goes to agents. Labels. Like 30, 25 agents are Raj, Ramesh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 3, 4. Ram is having, so here 30 and here 25, Shiju is having 25, and this is the pie chart equally divided, not equally according to the values it has been divided. Now, if I want to make more customization, so for that, I'm going to explode this. Explode, that is equals to 0.2% for the first exploration. Next 0.1 I'm giving 0, 0, 0.1, 0, 0.2 exploration for 10. That is for Raj. 0.1 exploration for Ramesh. And 0 means no exploration for Krishna. 0 exploration for Sanmati and 0 exploration for Ram. So here 1 means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Similarly, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So done. Let us check it here. So exploration done. You can able to check the previous plot. Explode. So explode is the one, that is nothing but the explode, the keyword we have used here, and auto PCT, that means to add the contribution with respect to the percentage. So I'm going to use with respect to percentage of 1.1 float value. Yeah. The display. You can check it here. So here 0.2. 0.2 means for Raj. So it has been moved from the pie chart, with respect to the 0.2. And next to 0.1, it should be lesser than Raj. Check for the Ramesh. So how much it has been exploded? It is less than Ramesh. It is only for 0.1%. Now let us check for the 0. So 0 means for Krishna. So no exploration done. And for Sanmati and Ram also no exploration done. So it has been already fixed. So similarly, we can, if you want, we can previously the pie chart was like this. After exploration, the pie chart is looking like this. Okay, now next plot. So I'm just commenting these lines. Next plot is a scatter plot. Scatter plot. Now I'm going to generate the data with respect to the numbers. I'll delete everything. Now x equals to np dot random choosing ran numbers from within 1000. Similarly, I'm going to use it for y also. y equals to NP random with respect to the random numbers. Now scatter plot I'm going to use. TLT dot scatter x comma y. Check the result. So this is the scatter. Randomly choosing from the X series, randomly choosing from the Y series, and it is plotting. Now, if I want to use a customization, so that time, what are the things I can able to include? Size, color. Let me go here. So size is equals to size. So means 150 here. I'm just 150. This is my size. Similarly, colors. Choosing the colors equals to now. So here, while I'm using the scatter plot, so what else I can use? You can check it here, size, color, marker. So first is S is the size, S equals to, here I mentioned that is size, comma, C equals to colors. Colors already I have defined. Now next is marker. Marker, I'm going to use asterisk, comma, structure, alpha. You can check the colors are reading and it is getting multiplied and it is printing. So this is the previously the scatter plot was like this, and after using the customize and it was like this. Now histogram plot. Now I'm going to data equals to np dot random values. It's going to pick data. So now I'm just, you can check. So the previous it has been added in the, because one more thing, whatever the plot you are going to define, if the second plot automatically it overlaps on the previous one, better always comment the other plots. You can check it. How was it previously? How it was previously like this and it has been changed. Okay. So always use this. Okay. Now, I want to make more customization here. So in such case, what I can do, data here, face color, I can use it as yellow color, and line width I can make it as a 2, then edge color equals to K. Now next, bins. Always the histogram bins are very much needed. Bins 30, then alpha equals to 0.6. Otherwise, we delete it. Multiple histograms in single plot. Again, I'm going to take a random data, np dot random dot normal, random dot normal 25 comma for history 2 also. Here it is, history. Changing the values 200 comma 5 comma 1000. Now I'm going to plot the histogram for this. Okay, PLT dot histogram. So first is hist1. Hist1 face color. I'm going to give the face color as a alpha. Alpha equals to 0.5. Alpha equals to 0.5. Color, H color equals to, comma, bins equals to 50. Similarly, just copying pasting this. Hist2, this is for the second histogram, hist2 face color. I just want to differentiate, so that's why I'm changing the color to orange. Orange. Alpha value also I'm changing to 0.8. I'm making it as a blue only. Bins, I'm just, you can check the differentiation. So two plots means two histograms can draw in a single plot with respect. So similarly, if you want, you can make the comparison also with respect to this histogram plot. Now, if I want to load the iris data set and if I want to check it, loading this. So these are the simple, means these are the simply you can do it. Simply you can check with all the plots, you can get the values. If you want, you can perform the square root, cube root and check with respect to the all plots. Now, in case, how to do with the data sets? How to do with the data sets? So for that, import the data set from sklearn, import data sets, import pandas as PD is a name I'm going to keep, PD dot data frame. No need to means describe more about that. Okay, so it is just for importing the data sets and import the iris data set with respect to the data. Columns equals to data sets dot load, data sets dot load iris name is already available in the, I'm just compiling it so you can check it here. So this is loaded the data set. I have the given name is the iris. So here let me type iris. So you can check it. So this is a data set and the sepal length, sepal width, petal length, petal width. So this is the data set. The name of the data set I have given is the iris and this data set is used here 150 rows into 50 means into 4 columns. And next here iris species which I want to use is species dot load iris dot target names, target names of file. I'm just making it in the loop for data sets iris just compile it here. Okay. And for display purpose, it is now I'm going to check iris dot it's compiled. You can check it here. Iris dot head. And check it. So what are the things are available here in the iris data set? So this is the data set. From the data set, you can check with all the plots. Previously, we have made only simple plots and check. So from this data sets already now downloaded data sets are available. You can use the plots, bar charts, everything, and you can check it here. Let me show one example so that it will be easy for you. So plt dot figure. As we did for the normal, okay, figure and fixed size, I am just using as a 5 fixed size. I am going to use it as a 5,5. Otherwise, make it as a 5. And next, G dot histogram plt dot. Now x equals to iris equals to this length. Here you can check it here. 4 thing will be there: sepal length, sepal width, and petal width and species. So here we have chosen petal length in the centimeter, comma, y equals to, not for the, I'm just y petal length, and here bins. I'm just straightly making as a bins. Bins equals to 10. Size should be figure size. Dot figure. Let me delete it. Figure, plt dot figure. Is equals to okay. So here, because since we didn't give the figure values, just a second. T dot x label. Let me show this so that it will be easy. Practice more. Length dot y label. Petal length. Petal dot show. Yeah. So here, histogram, I'm going to use it for the plt dot hist. It's equals to length, sepal length in centimeter. Just this, comma, bins equals to yeah. So similarly, you can check it for from the data sets, because you have done with respect to that equations, everything, and you can check it, or otherwise from the data set, if you are checking, it will be more interesting. Similarly, you can check it for the histograms, scatter, and also pie chart, count plot, box plot. So these all you can check it in the data sets. Thank you, ma'am. Any queries? Ma'am, any queries? Mamta ma'am? Mamta ma'am, George sir, any queries?
No, ma'am. Ma'am?
Yeah, ma'am. Any queries are there, ma'am?
No, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am. Okay. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much. Participants, thank you so much. And I myself, Girija, thanking Panimalar Institute of Technology for giving me this opportunity and such a wonderful opportunity. And if you are taking this topic and if you are practicing more, and it will be very easily, and any of the projects you are starting and you can able to present it with respect to the visualizing effect. Thank you, participants. Thank you, professors. Thank you, ma'am.
Ma'am, we'll end with a short vote of thanks, ma'am.
Okay, okay.
I would like to thank our webinar speaker, Dr. R. Girija, for enlightening us with deep insights in the topic of data visualization in Python. Thank you for spending your valuable time with us, ma'am. I extend my sincere thanks to our principal and our HODs, Dr. V. Subeda and Dr. T. Kalaichilvi, for guiding and supporting us tirelessly. I would like to thank our staff coordinators and student coordinators who have strived hard for the success of this webinar. Last but not the least, I would like to thank all the participants here for being part of today's webinar. And I request each and every participant to fill the feedback form without fail. The feedback form is given in the description. Thank you and have a nice day.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much. Thank you, participants, and thank you, professors.
Thank you, ma'am.